Hello, everybody. It's me, Mitch. I want to share a few of my thoughts about YouTube, about my future on YouTube, and talk about this while I cook my breakfast. Bacon and eggs. About a half a pound of bacon, 5 or 6 eggs. I seem to have this every day. Many of you were present on my live stream this morning where so many of my frustrations evidently became evident. None of these frustrations are really new. Most of this stuff has been building for the year and a half that I have been a carnivore YouTuber. And I got to tell you, things are not anywhere near the same as they were a year and a half ago. When I first started this channel, YouTube was promoting videos. I think, based on what I've seen on so many other big full-time YouTubers' channels, especially in the drone space, that I continue to follow, the message is becoming the same, and that is YouTube today is going in a different direction than your father's YouTube. And when I say father's, I mean a year ago, year and a half ago. Things are not the same. You see it wildly, even in the carnivore community, in that the Anthony Chaffees, the Sean Bakers, they've all had to go off in different directions to generate revenue, to make a living. Ken Berry's case, a huge private community, which has nothing to do with YouTube. It's totally off the platform. Anthony Chaffee, who has formed a large private community and Discord channels. And Sean Baker, who just keeps seeing his view counts go down and down and down. And the reason for this is economics of YouTube. There are way too many people who think that YouTube is the way to make their fortune. Many, many more carnivore and keto YouTubers than when I, even as recent as a year and a half ago when I started. When there's that much competition, that means there are just that many more ways an advertiser has to split up their advertising dollars. And the competition in these videos to have advertisers bid has done 2 things. Number 1, there's just not enough advertising to go around. And number 2, the rates keep going down instead of up. Which means that even somebody able to earn a subsistence living or a meager living doing this a year and a half ago finds that they're making 10%. It's what it's been in my case, of the money that I made when I first even started. And every month it just goes down and down and down to the point where it is a joke now. So because we all need to make a living, even though some of you think that we should be doing this for free, putting in all this work, spending all this money. To those people I say, sorry, nobody asks you to work for free. And I kind of take offense at that, and that to me means that maybe what I'm doing isn't really all that valuable to people. And if that's the case, why bother? Why bother? Why do something? Why should I do something if nobody values what I do? I really thought I had something to offer. I thought that I had a message that nobody else has. I thought that I was admired. I like to think that I'm right. But the direction that the, quote, diet advice community on YouTube is going, to be quite honest with you, disturbs me greatly. It's why I really don't associate or try to become a part of anybody else's channel. I have done a few interviews. There are some people I really respect, of course, but by and large, I'm finding myself with less and less respect for those people that are all vying for your clicks. And that's not why I'm here. Money aside, I still get tremendous satisfaction from hearing people tell me, it wasn't until I found you, Mitch, that I actually solved my problem. And I know that what I say, and I know that my message is valid because it's the first thing in my life that ever worked for me. And I do not recommend anything to anybody that I haven't tested on myself or proven that it's effective. That's my conscience, my ethics. But with revenues just going away, more and more channels, in fact, most of them, have to figure out a way to become viewer supported. Unfortunately, unless I take sponsors, which will pay me to run their ads, and you know this video is brought to you by, and then have to hark or become a salesman or a pitchman for something that I really don't believe in, I can't do that. I just can't do that. With YouTube changing their entire model lately, where they're becoming a media outlet, deriving less and less of their income from the hard work of all of us, tiny little YouTubers, working so hard doing our thing, and not paying appropriately for that. They've focused on becoming a TV station. They have movies and music, and they charge for premium and no ads. And the more people that sign up for that, the fewer people they have to run their ads for. It is a system that is killing itself. And every day I say to myself, do I really want to go down with this ship and stop doing something that I love to do so much and abandon so many great friends that I've made? And the answer is no. Hell no. I don't want to stop doing this. I enjoy it. I take pride in the fact that I'm not like everybody else, that I'm not following their YouTuber model, which is changing so much. You have to sell your soul now, and I'm too old to sell my soul. Even maybe my soul was worthless. I don't know. But changes have to be made. Changes have to be made. And I'm in the process of deciding what those changes are going to be. They might include, and I'll let you know, tomorrow morning on my live stream. I am going to be here tomorrow morning. And we're going to talk about what I need to do to be able to continue to do what I do and still pay my bills. Something that doesn't seem very important to most people who watch. And for those people, I say, fine, don't watch. But I know there's a lot of people who gain a lot from what I have to offer. And I want to continue doing that. I just have to figure out how, without becoming a pitchman for every phony product that ever came out, how I can keep doing that. Running mid-roll ads doesn't matter. You don't make any money on the ads that YouTube puts anyway, so I make $3, $4 on a live stream, and even if I doubled that, that would be $7, $8 on a live stream. $7, $8 a day is not enough money to live on, and it costs me more than that out of my pocket for the equipment and the software it takes just to provide that. That is a terrible business decision. And that, unfortunately, has to be at the heart of every YouTuber's efforts, because it is a lot of work and commitment. I like to think that one of the pluses about me is, you know everything about me, I don't hold back. I don't hold back. In some cases in my life, that's been a positive. People know who they're dealing with and know what to expect, and there's no surprises. I'd rather be that kind of guy. When I look at most carnivore YouTubers, you don't know anything about them. They don't come in there and tell you about their life, their trials, their tribulations. They don't add any backstory that you can use in your own mind to decide whether they're indeed credible or not. And I think it's important. I think it's important that we establish that credibility, and I've tried to do that with openness. And I've exposed my soft underbelly to so many people. I'm easy to hurt. And man, there are people that don't hesitate to take the shot. Like the fellow this morning on my live stream that in the chat said, because I said I need to make $2,000 a month to live. That's not a lot of money these days. But he had to chastise me in there and say, how can you say you need $2,000 a month when there are people that can't afford eggs? Well, I'm sorry, my friends. I'm sorry, my friends. I can't just roll over and die because there are some people that have problems. I've told you what my problems are. I don't get much sympathy, but I'm supposed to just dedicate my life and work for free, according to some people. Well, I've worked very hard. I've worked very hard to get those people out of my sphere, to tell them to go away. Because I'm not out to be a huge YouTube star. I don't care. I don't care. I have one desire only, and that is supplement my Social Security, because I've told you what disasters have left me without a retirement. I'm almost 78 years old. I still will never be able to retire. I'm going to have to work until the day I die. I'm okay with that, but I can't work for free. I just can't do it. I require support from my viewers. I've set up 2 different ways to do that. Buy me a coffee, $5, or buy something from my Amazon links, which is just means you got to make a click. You got to make a click when you're shopping on Amazon, and that helps me. And with 38,000 subscribers, if just a few of you did that every day, everything would be great. And I'll talk tomorrow morning about why I think the mindset of that is. And it's not your fault. It's not anybody's. Oh, excuse me while I beat my eggs. Can't forget that. Got to keep my mind on cooking here and not just talking. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much to all of those people after my little abbreviated live stream this morning who have sent me a slew of emails concerned about me. I'm okay, but sometimes you need to realize you're driving in the wrong direction. And before you set a new destination, you need to turn your car around. And that's kind of what happened this morning. Thank you so much. I haven't read most of those emails yet because I have been busy. since that live stream. Something that meant a lot to me is that I had an hour-and-a-half phone conversation with my friend Ellen. That was great. I have made the decision not to go to the meetup in Tampa this weekend. I don't care to be considered one of the in crowd in the YouTube community. I disagree with the direction so many of these people are taking with their channels. The information they're putting out there doesn't jive with what I believe. Doesn't mean I'm right and they're wrong. It means I'm a loner. I always have been. I never go with the crowd generally. And I think that would be great advice for me here. As long as my message departs from theirs in so many ways. Not saying they're wrong, just saying that in so many cases I disagree. And I don't want to be the guy to tell you why I disagree. I want to tell you what I think, what my theories are, how I arrived at these theories. I want to give you deep I want to give you deep explanations of how I arrived at some of these conclusions. And you make up your own mind whether you think I'm right or wrong. I don't want to make any enemies. I don't want trolls trying to come in and upset our little community like they did yesterday. I don't want to have to worry about lawyers or people coming after me. I would worry about that even if I was making a decent amount of money, but to be making very little money, that's decreasing every month, is stupidity, sheer stupidity to have liability, potential liability. So I guess the purpose of this video was twofold. I was hungry and it was time for me to eat. And secondly, I wanted to tell you that I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I am going to make some changes which make it easier for me and maybe implement some things that might help me improve the amount of money that I make that I need to live. And that's all. Like every one of you. We all have bills to pay. And this YouTube thing isn't free. So I saved myself some money. I'm not going to Tampa this weekend. I still want to thank Kilty for his generosity in inviting me. I can't spend the money. I don't want to spend the money. There's no upside. I've already met the people that'll be there that I want to meet. And like I say, just to be seen as a member of the in crowd is meaningless to me. Meaningless. I enjoy the attendance I get at my morning live streams, which is great. It's one of the few positive things that's happening in this whole YouTube sphere. And I think that the main focus of my channel is going to be those morning live streams. Well, overdid that a little bit. All right, Mitch, talk less and cook more. But tomorrow morning at 8:30, you probably won't see a countdown because I have elected not to renew my StreamYard subscription. So I can't do the intros and outros. But I'll have my own little countdown instead. I'll be there. I'll be there. Maybe without some of the banners and some of the little icons up in the corner of the screen. You'll see a duck up there, and that's because I'll be using the basic, free, unpaid version of StreamYard, who more than doubled their price to me, and it was about to renew in a day or two. So I canceled it today. I also canceled today my reservation, which was about $350 for one night in a hotel in Tampa so that I could go to the barbecue. When you add that to the $50 worth of gas it would cost me and wear and tear on my car to drive to Tampa for that, between that and the StreamYard, I saved $1,000, which is more than I make in a month from this little YouTube effort of mine. And I need to do that. So I'll never be a big shot. I don't want to be a big shot. What I do want to be is important to many of you. As a friend, when I de-stress and stop every morning when I get up saying, what the hell am I doing this for? I want to know what I'm doing it for, and I want to know that I'm appreciated for what I do. And I think that's possible. So starting tomorrow morning, things are going to seem maybe a little different on the Old Guy's YouTube channel, but it's me. And my purpose is still to give us a place to get together in the morning, those of us who are carb addicts and know it, support each other, be there for each other, try to help out, talk to each other. And I'm going to be making a few additions to the channel so that we can have places to do more of that kind of stuff and not trying to make the YouTube algorithm happy. That can't be done anymore. Can't be done unless you're a huge YouTuber with millions of subscribers, because you can always count that your videos will be pushed out to your subscriber base. Mine is not big enough. Mine is not big enough. So with that, my friends, I'm somewhat relieved. I feel a lot better. I'm going to regain that positive attitude that I have about improving our health. And by tomorrow morning, when my live stream starts, and I say, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. I won't have on my mind all of the things that were getting me down about this that I had on my mind this morning. I tried for a minute or so to appear happy. I cannot be who I'm not. I can't hide what's inside of me. That's just who I am, not an actor. Anything I say, you can take to the bank that I mean it. So I will see you tomorrow morning. Don't worry about me. I'm a survivor. That's how I got this far after this crazy life I've lived. And I'll look forward to seeing all of you again tomorrow. And thanks for watching this. And yes, my friends, take the rest of the day off and eat meat.